Okay, so speaking of another state on the path to Illinois or Puerto Rico or Connecticut, or any dead broke state, which I know Puerto Rico is not really a state, but as I said the other day, 90% turnout of 90% voters. We want to join the U.S. as a 51st state, please. Like I said, it's real nice for you to run up your bill, massive debt. You don't want to be a state. You like your little freedom, your sovereignty, just be a territory. You're okay with that. But now that we're dead broke, we'd like to see if we can join you guys as a 51st state. Isn't that amazing? Seeing how you ran things last time, we got enough debt problems of our own, Puerto Rico. We love you, but, you know, I'm sure they'll probably, you know, we may see our 51st state. You never know. Chris Christie, this is Zero Hedge again. Chris Christie announces New Jersey government shutdown. Orders state of emergency. Illinois, Maine, Connecticut, the end of the old fiscal year and the failure of numerous states to enter the new one with a budget means that some of America's most populous states have seen their local governments grind to a halt overnight until some spending agreement is reached. Now we can also add New Jersey to the list. On Saturday morning, and by the way, I don't know if it's a specific part of New Jersey or all of New Jersey. I remember doing an article a couple years back, 2-3 years back. The police officers making $100 and something thousand a year salaries, highest paid in the country. And you wonder why you can't pass a budget. Where was I? On Saturday morning, New Jersey Governor Chris Christie declared a state of emergency in the state and announced a partial state government shutdown as New Jersey becomes the latest state to enter the new fiscal year without an approved budget after the Republican governor and the Democrat-led legislature failed to reach an agreement by the deadline at Friday midnight. Doesn't that sound familiar, Illinois? Republican governor, Democratic legislator, whatever. Not that that matters. It doesn't matter. Because it doesn't matter if you're a Republican or Democrat when you have $500 in bills coming due and you have $100 to pay them. Okay? So what do we have here? In a news conference Saturday morning, Christie blamed Democratic State Assembly Speaker Vincent Prieto for causing the shutdown. And just like Illinois and Connecticut, Christie and the Democratic-led legislature are returning to work in hopes of resolving the state's first government shutdown since 2006. And the first under Christie, before New Jersey is downgraded further by the ratings agencies, which does what? Like my last video, they've already classified Illinois as junk. Now, all outstanding bonds with interest attached to them, of course, much more interest will need to be paid on those just due to the status of the downgrade, which means you can expect that in New Jersey too, if a downgrade occurs, which it sure seems like. If there's not a resolution to this today, everyone will be back tomorrow, Christie said, calling the shutdown embarrassing and pointless. He also repeatedly referred to the government closure as the Speaker's shutdown. Christie later announced that he would address the full legislature later at the State House on Saturday, which was, of course, this past Saturday. Prieto remained, or is that this coming Saturday? When was this posted? First, yeah, whatever. Prieto remained steadfast in his opposition, reiterating that he won't consider the plan as part of the budget process, but would consider it once a budget is signed, referring to the shutdown as Governor Christie's hostage crisis day one. Prieto said he has made compromises that led to the budget now before the legislature. I am also ready to consider reasonable alternatives that protect ratepayers. What the hell's a ratepayer? Reasonable alternatives that protect ratepayers. Are you trying to say taxpayer? Stealthily? What the hell is that? But others must come to the table ready to be equally reasonable, Prieto said. Governor Christie and the legislators who won't vote yes on the budget are responsible for this unacceptable shutdown. I compromised. I put up a budget bill for a vote. Others must now do their part and fulfill their responsibilities, he said. Politics aside, the diplomatic failure has immediate consequences for New Jersey residents. Christie ordered non-essential services to close beginning Saturday. New Jerseyans were feeling the impact as the shutdown took effect, shuttering state parks and disrupting ferry service to Liberty and Ellis Islands. Among those affected were a group of, bring the children into this always, a group of Cub Scouts forced to leave a state park campsite and people trying to obtain or renew documents from the State Motor Vehicle Commission among the agencies closed by the shutdown. Boy, that'd be great. Oh, I can't renew my tags. Officer, you can't give me a ticket. I wanted to renew. I tried. Shutdown. Thanks. As funds run out elsewhere, it will only get worse. Police were turning away vehicles and bicyclists at Island Beach State Park in Ocean County. Breaking, little tweet here. Breaking, New Jersey park cops turn away dozens at Island Beach State Park and government #shutdown. A sign posted at the park entrance featured a photo of Prieto and the phone number of his district office in Secaucus, along with the caption, "This facility is closed because of this man." But I thought it was the governor's fault, but the governor said it was his fault. Oh, Republicans versus the Dems. Oh, that old thing. When asked about the sign, Christie spokesman Jeremy Rosen said the governor wanted to make sure people knew why the site was shuttered. Oh, so the governor actually ordered it. Gotcha. That's not dirty. That's not dirty politics or anything. Mob style politics. Wasn't he the same governor who shut down the bridge? Ambulance couldn't get across. Lady died in the back of the ambulance because of shut the bridge down. Remember that crap? When asked about the sign, Christie spokesman Jeremy Rosen said the governor wanted to make sure people knew why the site was shuttered. Speaker Prieto single-handedly closed state government, Rosen said, adding that the governor wanted to make sure families knew that the facilities were closed and who was responsible. Not all things will be affected. Remaining open under the shutdown will be New Jersey Transit, state prisons, the state police, state hospitals, and treatment centers, as well as casinos. Casinos, they gotta stay open. Racetracks, same thing. And, of course, in the third part of that, the lottery. We're gonna keep those open. A major point of disagreement is the ongoing stalemate between Christie and lawmakers over whether to include legislation affecting the state's largest health insurer into the state budget. So here we go. Healthcare issues, payment issues. Well, payment as in when you have the state helping or, subsidizing healthcare, whatever it may be. I could see it being a big problem, but let's see. Christie and Senate President Steve Sweeney agree on legislation to make over Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield, including allowing the state insurance commissioner to determine a range for the company's surplus that, if exceeded, must be put to use benefiting the public and policyholders. But Prieto opposes the plan, saying that the legislation could lead to rate hikes on the insurer's 3.8 million subscribers and that the legislation is separate from the budget. Prieto has said he will leave open a vote on the $34.7 billion budget that remains deadlocked, 26 to 25, with 24 abstentions, until those 24 abstentions change their mind. Democratic Assemblyman Vince Mazzeo, doesn't sound like a mob name, of Northfield, was among those abstaining. He reasoned that if the governor did not get the Horizon bill, then nearly $150 million in school funding, $9.6 million of which would go to his district, would be line item vetoed out of the budget. And indeed, Christie said Friday during a news conference that he would slash the Democratic spending priorities if he did not get the Horizon bill as part of a package deal on the budget. You want me to have a magic wand to get a budget? Christie said, I can't get a budget on my desk. Only the Senate and Assembly can get the budget to my desk. But where things may get get nasty quick is that Christie said public workers should not expect any back pay. Yeah, don't count on it, Christie said of furlough pay. That was John. I'll fight for a good contract for you, Corzine, and I ain't him. Remember, old John Corzine, MF Global. He used to be the governor of Jersey, and you saw what he did to MF Global customers. Stole their money out of their segregated accounts, gambled on Wall Street, lost the bet, and then closed down. Oh, sorry about that, everybody. Did he go to jail? Nope. Not even kind of. Anyways, meanwhile, the finger pointing has begun, including Democrats pointing to other Democrats. It seems like he's being stubborn, Mazzeo said of Prieto. With all due respect to the speaker, then there should be some type of negotiations. But Prieto said it's lawmakers, fellow Democrats like Mazzeo, who are to blame for the shutdown. He said he is willing to discuss the Horizon legislation, but after the budget is resolved. Christie has balked at the proposal because he says lawmakers plan to leave town to campaign for re-election, and he will be a lame duck. According to CBS, all 120 lawmakers face voters this year. Finally, putting the sheer chaos of it all into context, Christie, who is term limited and is expected to be out of office by January, has his family staying for the holiday weekend in a state-owned house at Island Beach State Park. The park is closed because of the shutdown. I wonder if they're going to come and go. Listen, Christie family, we got to kick you out of the park. Your papa did an emergency thing. Sorry, you got to. We can't kick. You see, we can't kick out the public and keep you in here. A little thing called the rule of law. So we gotta, I'll help you pack your bags, but you got to go. Wouldn't that be phenomenal to watch? I'd love to see that. Again, left blames the right blames the left. This is what politics are. This is exactly what politics are. That's why, talking to some guys the other day, actually Saturday, and I said, look, we seriously need most government to be basically electronic, digital. If this, then this, right? Simple logic as in programming, if-then statements. If this, then this. If this, then this. Oh, Hillary Clinton, you email server? Yep. There's no such thing as intent. You did this crime, here's your punishment. Yeah, but I'm one of the club. No. The computer doesn't know you're a part of the club. Rule of law, implemented, go to jail. Done. Next. Oh, you speeding ticket. Yeah. Oh, you know a cop, you know the captain. That's okay. Doesn't matter. You're getting a speeding ticket because the computer system can't not do it. Have a nice day. Budget. We have this much money coming in. It's constantly tracked by computer systems. Knows exactly what we have coming in. Knows what the budget can be. And if there's too much administration officials in the school system and we need to cut the budget, they lost their jobs. Sorry. Just math. It's just computing. Have a nice day. Right? You would never have these problems. There would be no shutdowns. It would automatically be handled. But even better than that, as I keep saying over and over and over again, if the government would just print money and not borrow it into existence, all these things could be paid for. You would never have a problem. You never have to kick out employees. Oh, sorry about your family's luck in your house. You're getting foreclosed because we're firing you. Budget cuts. See ya. No. You get to keep your job. We have unlimited money. It'll just print it and pay for all these things like the Civil War. North versus the South, right? The Union. And someone got his head blown off. Creator of the greenback, which used that exact principle I'm telling you about, and it worked so well they wanted to keep it. Abraham Lincoln got his head blown off. And then shortly after that, new central bank pops up. New central bank, borrowing money into existence. Have a nice day. That's the problem for solving for all this. States, budgets, it wouldn't matter. Oh, you want a massively bloated administration system for the school? Fine. It's paid for. We'll just print it. So the bad part about that is, what these politicians like to do, and they would be feeding enormous amounts of money, no bid contracts, that kind of thing, to their buddies, who then take that money and then put it back in their pockets as campaign contributions. And the price of everything would probably get out of control because of the reckless spending, even though it's being printed freely by the federal government, etc. And then you think you have a bad 1% now of the rich? It would be a very small 0.00001%, where literally just a few people own pretty much the whole damn world. So that's another problem. So you see, things are pretty complex. It's not just that simple. But Interesting to see. Now we have 3 or 4 states now, same time frame. We ain't got a budget. We're in deep trouble, etc. This is and this is in recovery mode. This is recovery mode, correct? Correct me if I'm wrong. We're matter of fact, we're beyond recovery mode. This is not even in recovery. We've already passed that. We're good. 4.3% unemployment. We're good. Or are we not? We've been lied to. I'll let you decide. Take care.